Welcome to the Divine Connection Podcast. I'm your host, Cristina, and together we are walking the path of discovering your true self and the alignment with your soul. Through these conversations, you will experience a deeper level of connection with yourself and the universe, and most importantly, you will trust in your spiritual journey ahead. Let's begin. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Divine Connection Podcast. Today, I want to talk to you about the truth of finding your divine path. And this is something that I feel that we all experience, we all go through, we all question, we all are seeking on some level the question of, what is my divine path? What is the path of my highest good? What is the path that I am meant to be following? And I feel like this is a natural part of our journeys, especially everyone. I'm sure if you're following me here that you are in a space where you are awakening spiritually and you're asking yourself, who am I on a soul level? What am I here to do? How can I deepen my connection to the angels, to God, to the divine? And so as part of this quest, I'll call it, of our journey of discovering what our divine path truly is, and in a way, because of that, we're motivated to pursue that path so that we can live the life that we truly desire. And what came through, and this is a part of just what I have been just discovering for myself on a deeper level, it feels like, for the last several, I don't even know how long, weeks, months, this whole year. And one of the things that really kind of came to just like this aha moment for me, when I kind of sat down, and I don't even remember how this came about, why I was even thinking about this question, like what about our finding our divine path. But I was thinking about it, and what came through so clearly from the divine is this message that what if you are already walking your path? And the question is about, can you find and see and connect with the divine within you, the divine that exists on this path already, the energy of God, the energy of the universe, the energy of the divine spiritual beings that are around you. So it's less about, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? Is this the path? Is this the thing? Is this the thing? And instead, looking at it as, yeah, you are on the path. And it's more of a, can you lean in even deeper into the energy of the divine? Can you feel the presence of the divine? Can you experience the divine that is within you? And so I feel like that is a huge, huge, huge thing here, because I have gone through many moments and experiences where I have questioned, what am I doing? Who am I? Am I on the right path? What's the path now? Where am I going? And I'm not talking about, years ago when I was first discovering my spirituality, all that stuff. I'm talking about this year. I'm talking about having moments this year where I was like, what is happening? What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with this work? Where am I going? Who am I? And I feel like that's such a normal part of our journey. And when that happens, when we have those moments of questioning, when we have those moments of feeling like we're lost, when we have those moments of feeling like nothing is working and you feel like you have no clue which way to go, was I doing the wrong thing? Was I on the wrong path? Did I make the wrong decision? The thing that it is all leading you back to, it's not about, oh, you got to choose a different path. It's about, can you choose your connection to God, your connection to spirit, your connection to the divine? Can you find that faith and that trust and that awareness, no matter what you're going through. And I actually feel that it's in those moments of doubt, of fear, of just confusion where it's almost like we don't have any other choice but to come back to our faith and to completely let go of any thoughts or ideas or expectations that we had and come back to our source, the source of who we are, the source of our truth, the source of our creator, and to come back into that divine awareness, that spiritual connection. And in that, when we find that, when we open up to it, when we shift our perspective, because that is always there, it's just a matter of what lens are we perceiving from. And so when we create that shift within ourselves, which I'll share how to do that in a second, but when we create that shift, that is where clarity comes through. And that is where that knowing of the deeper calling, whatever that may be for you, comes into your awareness. And that in that, that's where we no longer have those questions of who am I? What am I doing? Am I on the right path? Am I making the right decisions? All those things. And instead, it leads us directly into, oh, this is the deeper calling that I'm following. And of course, this is my path. Of course, this is what I'm going through. Of course, I had to go through these challenges to come to this point of realization, whatever that is. And these perspective shifts can happen at any moment. And it's one of the things that if you've read A Course in Miracles or have heard other spiritual teachers talking about it, it's that miracle of the mind where you have shifted your perspective around something. And and you can experience this in so many different subtle ways and just in the moment to moment of your everyday life. Even, recently for me, I literally experienced this and I was so amazed at the miracle that presented itself to me in the moment. And it was just like a simple moment that could have just gone by and could have felt like it was irrelevant, but it stuck with me. And so what was happening is that I forget what time it is. I think it was either 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. It was some early morning situation where both of my girls were just like not sleeping very well, sick, feeling whatever. So I'm laying next to both of them, like one on each side of me. Okay. And I'm like so tired and I'm laying with both of them and I'm just like in that moment frustrated because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm up so early and now I can't fall asleep and these little kids and all, just going into that spiral. And in that moment, I said a prayer. I said, God, please help me shift my perspective right now. Please bring me a miracle of the mind, because I'm feeling really frustrated right now. And I don't want to feel frustrated, but I am frustrated. And I'm just feeling all of the things. And then I closed my eyes for a second just to kind of like try to go back to sleep. I just kind of said that prayer and I was like, whatever. I'm just going to try and get some sleep right now. Close my eyes. And then literally within moments, I felt this deep sense of gratitude and appreciation of these little bodies that are pressed up against me. And this moment of realizing how this moment isn't always going to be here and how they're not always going to want to, be next to me and just like cuddling me and all of the things. And it just brought me to a space of deep gratitude that I even got to have that experience with my daughters of just like cuddling both of them in bed, and that it was the early morning and they're just sleeping and they're so cute and all the things. And it completely melted away my frustration that I was not sleeping. And it just brought me into this deep sense of peace within myself. And right after that moment, I was like, wow, God, that was fast. You helped to shift my perspective real quick. Okay, thanks. And it just stuck with me. That moment stuck with me. And I feel like that is something that is available to us at any given moment. at any given time. And I can't necessarily guarantee that's going to be that quick all the time, but what I can say for sure is that when we look for the divine, when we look for the perspective shift, when we ask to be shown what is the greater awareness or understanding of any given moment, whatever challenging situation, whatever experience that you're going through, you will have a miracle of the mind. And in that, you can then see how wherever you are right now, whatever is happening in this moment on your journey, that's exactly where you're meant to be. It's exactly what is meant to be happening for you so that you can grow, shift, heal, experience whatever you're meant to experience that is going to provide you with the wisdom and the truth and the power that is going to sustain you and support you in continuing on your path. And so, again, this comes back to what I was saying at the beginning. Rather than feeling like you haven't found your path yet and that you're seeking your path and you're trying to look for it and you're trying to kind of who am I? What am I here to do? What if this path is exactly what was meant for you? And instead, the question is, let me ask for the presence of the divine to be shown to me, for God to reveal himself to me, for the energy of spirit, of the universe, of source to be shown to me so I can feel it and experience a miracle of the mind in this moment. And in that, then you can see that you have been planted exactly where you're meant to be planted right now, because there's a reason for it. And sometimes we don't know the full scope of the reasons, or we don't necessarily need to know the reasons. But what's most important is that we are trusting, leaning into our faith and surrendering into what this greater path is leading us into. And so for me, this is something that I realized over the last few months. Like I mentioned earlier this year, I've had these moments of asking myself, who am I? What am I doing? I'm not really sure. If you joined me for the Awakened series that I did, I think it was back in August of 2023, earlier this year, I shared in depth more about my journey since the birth of my daughter earlier this year in March, and how it was kind of like a rebirth of my own self and how it led me through. I had moments, in that postpartum period of just really asking myself, what do I want, or where am I going? What's my next step here? And so what I've come to realize now is that all of my experiences and the challenges that I personally went through, and even the experiences, the moments of feeling like I had no idea what I was doing anymore and all of that it was actually leading me into a deeper calling and into a deeper remembrance, I would say, of myself and my truth and who I am and what I'm here to do. And this deeper calling is about supporting everyone here in this community and supporting others in the discovery of their true self and the discovery of why they are here, and to be able to bring the awareness and the perspective and the knowing of the collective and the greater divine plan in a way, so that people, instead of getting caught up in the day-to-day worldly events that can create a lot of fear and uncertainty within ourselves, we lean into what we know for sure, which is that we are connected to the divine, that we come from love, that we are here to be love, to be light. And then specifically going into what is that? What does that look like? And helping people to build the confidence and the trust and the knowing within themselves to actually pursue that. Because there's a difference between knowing, yeah, I'm here to be light and love, and I'm here to, have have a positive impact. And then there's the question of, but how? How do I do that? What's the way? What is my path? So this is where this is all leading me and us. I feel this deeper calling and remembrance of helping to support people in the pursuit of their calling and the pursuit of their destiny, so that hopefully at some point, never again do we question ourselves in the sense of, I don't know who I am and what I'm here to do. But we come into this deep, deep, deep remembrance, which, we're human. We may have those moments, but at the end of the day, it's this greater faith in knowing and trust. And for me, it's this, I never, ever, 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 ever want to forget how divinely connected I am, which I know everyone else is as well. It's not just about me, but for me personally on my journey, it's this, I never want to forget how loved I am by God, by the divine, by the angels. I never want to forget how supported I truly am. I never want to forget that every single challenge, every single moment was actually there for me, even though in those moments I felt like everything was against me. So that's my personal goal, I guess we'll call it. That's my personal kind of like, I'm never forgetting this. And in that, I feel this deep sense of, yeah, we're in this together. Like, this is a collective thing. We're all here doing this together. And I'm really excited for what the future holds. And I'm really excited for what is desiring to be expressed through me, through this work, through this deeper awareness, through this deeper remembrance. And for me, if there's one thing that I hope for in my work and what I do, is that through whatever it is that I share, whatever it is that I'm teaching about, whatever it is that you hear coming through my words, whether you're listening to this on the podcast or my YouTube videos or wherever else, on Instagram, wherever it is that in whatever it is that is spoken through me, that it leads you to a deeper remembrance within yourself for who you are and where you come from and what is supporting you, what is around you, what is surrounding you, what is moving through you every moment of every single day. I never want you to forget that. So that is where we're headed here. And so I'm really excited to share something so special that my team and I have been working on for the last several weeks to bring together. And it is to invite you into a community space, absolutely free, called the Divine Pathfinders Community. And this is for the heart-led soul, for the spiritual seeker, for the person who is on this spiritual awakening path and desires to be a part of something where not only are we coming back to a connection to who we are, but we are deepening our spiritual connection, our awareness of the presence of the divine. And we are developing our intuition, our gifts, who we are, bringing through the expression of our truth into the world. This is the way. This is the way when I was talking earlier about, we're all here to be love and light and etc. It's it's how do I bring this expression through? And how, even deeper than that, is how do I continue with my humanity, which is the experience of the whole range of emotions, all of the challenge, all of the struggles. And at the same time, through that, I stay focused and connected to who I am, to the divine, to how the divine would want to be expressed through me. So this isn't about being perfect and just like having that complete sense of inner peace all the time, 100% of the time, always perfect, never having a bad thought or negative thought or whatever. It's not about that. This is about how can I be my true human self and go through the storms and the challenges and the situations that come up, and at the same time, never forget where I come from and never forget who is leading me on this path, and never forget what is the divine presence that is with me to lead me back, to remember to ask for a miracle of the mind, to remember to be led into the potential of my highest good, to remember that these thoughts or these experiences, these emotions that I go through do not define my worth, do not define who I am. They're just a part of my experience that are here to support me at the end of the day. So this community is about bringing people together to pursue that path and to understand and align and connect with each other in a way where it's like we can witness each other and see, like, yeah, I see you going through that, and I see you in your power, and I know your truth, and I'm going to be a mirror for you so that you can come back to that remembrance. And I see you in that experience of complete bliss and joy, and I'm celebrating you, and I'm so happy for you, and just uplifting each other and being there for one another, and having a community where we can share our experiences or ask the questions that we want to ask, and to be in a place where we're surrounded by this truth and by this remembrance. Because if there's one thing that I know for sure for myself, is that when I lean into whatever sources, people, community, things around me that help me to remember, or that are a reflection back to me of truth, of power, of faith, of love, it's much easier for me to tap back into that within myself as well. And I don't believe that anyone is above that. As a spiritual teacher and someone who's a mentor and someone who's been working with the angels and divine energies for several years, I'm not beyond those things of like questioning. I think sometimes people have a perception that, well, you can channel the angels and you talk to them and all the things, and you get all the answers. And the answer is no, I don't. No, I don't. I'm just as human as everyone else, and I go through those things just as much as anyone else does. And so for me, what's important is to be able to bring together people so that they know that they're not alone in this, and also so that we can support one another in this. So the Divine Pathfinders community is officially open. So you can join us. Like I said, it's absolutely free. And the cool thing about it is that it is not on any social media platform. It is its own network. We're using a platform called Mighty Networks, if you've heard of that. But what is cool about it is that when you download the Mighty Networks app, you can have access to this community through there. And it's like you're literally going into a specific app for this community. And it just feels so, I don't even know what the right word is. I just know that I'm tired of Facebook groups, and I've been moving away from Facebook. And I know that over the years, a lot of people, reach out to me. They're like, yeah, I'm not on Facebook, but maybe I can like connect with you in this other way. And so I've just felt that shift for whatever reason. And I'm really excited to bring this community to you in this new, different, unique way. And it's a really powerful space. We are going to be doing live videos in there. I'm actually celebrating the opening of this group, of this community space, by doing a solstice ceremony. So at the time of this recording, we're just about to enter into the December solstice. So we're celebrating with that. However, if you're coming across this later on, you still want to join, because aside from the solstice, we're doing live videos and interaction and community events every single month that is going to support you on your path of seeking and connecting with the divine in your everyday life, knowing that you are on your divine path, and it's a matter of deepening your spiritual connection and your awareness of God, the angels, the divine that surrounds you, and pursuing that calling for yourself. So I'm really excited. So I invite you to come join me inside of the Divine Pathfinders community. The link for that is in the show notes below. So just go to the link there, come join us, create your account, come be a part of the community space. I cannot wait to have you there. And I'm so excited to share this with you and to bring through to you all of the amazing surprises and whatever else is next, like even a surprise for me of what's coming next. I don't even know. The other thing that I want to share with you is that as a part of the celebration as well is that we're doing a giveaway. So yes, this is time sensitive. We are doing a giveaway as part of this as well. So when you join the community space, you'll see all of the information of how to enter the giveaway. There's different ways that you can submit your entry. Depending on which way you want to submit your entry, it will give you a different number of entries into the giveaway. And there's going to be 3 prizes. The grand prize is a 60-minute session with yours truly to support you on your path and bring you guidance, bring you healing, bring you direction, whatever it is that you need right now on your journey. So that is the grand prize. And then we have 2 other prizes that are going to be announced. And we will be doing the winner announcement inside of the community space at the end of December. So all of the details are inside of the community. So come and join us. Like I said, the link is in the show notes below. I cannot wait to welcome you in. Let me know, send me a message or post inside the community once you are in. And it's just going to be such an amazing time. So that is it for today's episode. As always, I love hearing from you. If you want to send me a message on Instagram, reach out to me. If you want to comment below this episode, if you're watching on YouTube, let me know that you are in for the beautiful community space that we've created for you. Or if you have any other questions that you want to share, or just what resonated with you. What is your biggest takeaway? Let me know. I always love to hear from you. And that is it for today's episode. So I am sending you so much love, so many angel blessings, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye. Thank you once again for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. And if you want to learn more about the Divine Connection podcast, you can go to CristinaAroche.com/podcast and learn about how you can be featured on the show.